Hey, comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner, and you're with me, yours truly, Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back, guys, and let's get ready for another comic book review. Today, we're going to be talking about Death of the Family, Batgirl, issue number 14. That's right, the tie-in into this series, and now this is the first official tie-in to the Death of the Family series. I read Batgirl first because I felt that she might have to do more with the story than Suicide Squad. The next one I will be reading is the Suicide Squad, and I'll see how that one fares. But this particular issue, I enjoyed it uh, a lot, actually. Um, it was a nice read. It actually had to do in with a tie-in in a way, but it's separated from the main story. So you don't have to buy these tie-ins to read the main story, but it's a good story in itself, nevertheless. Um, we all know that if you read issue 14 of Batman, that the Joker's out to get the whole entire family. And Batgirl, Barbara Gordan, is one of those people. And this issue kicks it off. And again, I thought it was good. Our story here was written by um, Gail Simone, writer, and our art was done by two different people, and I noticed it in the art when I was actually reading the book. Ed Benes and Daniel Sampier, and then you get a couple different inkers as well. You get Vincent Conventes. He does pages 13 through 20, and then you got Mark Irwin, who does pages 11 and 12. And this is where I have an issue when you have different artists and different inkers and different colorists with one issue. To me, it takes away from the book. You get used to an art style, you like the way the art is, and then all of a sudden in a couple of pages, it's like, oh my God, what happened? Or something's different about the colors, or something's not right. Joker looks one way in one page, and then he looks another way in the other page. And I don't like when they do that. I like one book, one penciler, one inker, one colorist. Let's keep it consistent. Let's give the people what they want. That was really my only gripe about the book, was the inconsistency in the art, because there are times the art was really good, and then the other times I didn't like it so much. To give you an instance of the art in the first couple of pages where I thought the art really shined was right here. This is one of the very first pages in here. Like the shading and everything else, and you can see the expression of Barbara Gordon's face. You can hear, like, you can see the fear in her eyes and the tears, and how she's in shock. It was a nice page to sit here and open up the book with. Here is another page as well. We can see here she's just in agony that her mom has been captured, and then you see her running right away, and she's wearing a business shirt. That kind of adds that, I guess, sex appeal to it. I don't know why she's wearing that, but it's just a nice looking page overall. Those were the really, really good pages of the book. But the best thing of this particular issue was the cover. I love the cover on this issue. I just love the Joker, on how slender he looks, and he's holding the knife, and he's holding a heart, and it says "for you," and he's just got that insane look on his face with his face taped to him or whatever it is. So very nice covers on here. Very nice cover art. Enjoyed it tremendously. Love the purple and the green. It all matches together. Really, really good. So, as a reader of DC Comics, or not say a real veteran reader of DC Comics, I have not read that many DC Comics in my lifetime. I've read a lot of 52 comics, and I've dropped a lot of them, but I've stuck with Batman, and I'm not full of all the history that has to do with Batman and Batgirl and everything else. Um, I found this issue very easy to understand. It was reader friendly, and I apologize about the glare. I usually have the garage open to get natural light in here, but it's flipping freezing outside here in Florida today, so I apologize about the glares. Um, so it was a reader-friendly issue. It basically brought you back to Barbara Gordon's past and how the Joker really messed her up and kind of scarred her for life. And we kind of relived that because she's talking on the phone and she has this discussion about her mom being captured, and she's reliving these, everything that's going on of what happened to her. And this person on the phone she thinks is the Joker, and he's telling her, "Oh, remember the night where 3 people came to your house, you know, and you weren't happy, and they did some bad things." And this was obviously a lot when she was younger back in the day. She was given specific instructions to make a sandwich and milk and all this other kinds of stuff, and she's doing whatever she can, but she's like panicking, and she has to overcome her fear. She really has to just be like calm and composure, and it was just insane. But these men come knocking on her door, and you got like these Joker cronies coming through the door. They barge in, and boom! They break through the door, shatters all over the place, and she's all of a sudden she's flashing back, and I can see it. I can almost picture it, like how you have like almost a panic attack or a flashback, and you're real scared and real silent, and you're reliving something, and maybe you get this heartbeat like boom, 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 and you're flashing back. And that's what you see right here. She's flashing back to, what has happened to her in the past. But then you see her as she slowly goes, she gains her composure, and she's coming back, and she comes to, and she's got this pissed off look on her face, and she's just ready to kick some serious ass right here. And she does too, man. This is another really good picture in this book that I enjoyed. Tone, muscle, definition, just the inking on it, the shades, everything about it, really, really good. So she beats the crap out of him, busts one of the guy's knees, cracks it right in half. You can see the word expression there. The word just crack, just smashes it. She really takes care of these guys, and she's on the phone, and it's an unknown caller. But before we get to that, here's one more really good page right here of her standing on top of the Joker's guy and just finding out any information that she can possibly find out. She doesn't know the caller, and next thing you know, we see her friend Alyssa, and she's like, "What can I do to help? What can I do?" And I don't know where she fits in, but she's obviously really a good friend of Barbara's, and she basically says, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "But I'm so sorry I've kept secrets from you." And she's like, "I'm sorry I wasn't a better friend." And she's like, "But I need to go, take these people to the police precinct." And she's like, "I'm never coming back to this house again, and we're never going to see each other again." And she can see that she's very upset about the whole situation. She's crying, she's in tears, and she's just like, Barbara's like, "I'm sorry, goodbye." And we can see her here is she's on her little bat cycle, and she's going to wherever the Joker might be, and you find out that he's in this skating ring out of all places, and he's used his chemicals or whatever to kill all these people with faces, with their faces, laughing, and that's how they died. Kids killed, families killed, and then we see Barbara's mom just held hostage here by the governor, by the Joker, and really intense eyeliner coming down and all that kinds of things, and we find out that he actually wasn't the one that was on the phone. It was actually her brother that drew her to the Joker, which was an insane thing. I don't know the history of her brother, what had happened to him. but he drew her there to Mom, and it's pretty crazy. And here's where the artwork, in my opinion, starts kind of losing it for me. We have the Joker here who looks like this in one page, which I like that. And then here we get to the next page, and then he kind of looks like this. And for me, I just was like, well, what's going on here at this point? And that's when I noticed that things were changing. And then here it's different again, the way he looks here. So basically what happens is Joker is, pleading everything that's going on. And he's saying that Barbara's under, dynamite and all kinds of other stuff. And he's saying that you hold Batman down and all kinds of stuff, and he's just saying love me tender. He's getting all these things, and then just you'll have to read the entire story to get the full effect of it. But in the end, he just goes, you see this bandage on Barbara's hand here, and he says, "Would you do me the great honor of being my blushing bat bride?" And he holds open a ring with a finger attached to it. And if you put 2 and 2 together, that's his mom's finger with the wedding ring on there. So we see the sickness of the Joker truly come out once again in this particular issue. And it was a really, really nice issue. I enjoyed this particular tie-in nice. I like how Batgirl really goes to town and she overcomes, her fear of the Joker, but she has to control her rage. And she makes it a point in the issue saying that I have this feeling, but it's not a fear, it's a rage, and I don't know if I can control it. So just interesting stuff that really happens in this issue. I definitely, if there's a tie-in so far that's been good in this series, it would be this particular book right here, and this might be this series that has the best tie-in, maybe besides Batman and Robin or Nightwing. I'm not sure. We'll have to read the others and see what happens. But I've had people comment to me saying that Suicide Squad was not a good tie-in. So again, I'll have to read that next and find out. But Batgirl issue 14 was nice. I enjoyed it. I actually just started reading Batgirl, I think in issue 13, and I've read a couple issues before that, and I enjoyed the series. The artwork is normally really good in the book, and I like Barbara Gordan as a character, so I will be collecting this series even after the death of the family ends. So guys, that's my outtake on it. If you want, please leave comments below. Maybe give me some little bit of history on Barbara Gordan and maybe about her brother, what happened to him, and the Joker's and Batgirl's relationship in the past, and all kinds of cool stuff. And tell me what you thought of this issue and if you collect this series. And tell me what you think of this review overall. All right, guys? So this is Mike Spider Slayer from Comic Book Corner saying thank you for watching, and until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, everyone. See you soon.